That's Aqib Talib. We're going to be breaking down week 1, looking into week 2. Aqib, I know you were very encouraged by what you saw in week 1 from Teddy Bridgewater and those Denver Broncos.
Definitely, the Broncos was my lock of the week, man. I knew they'd go on the road, take care of business against the Giants. Low dose of Saquon, Defense looked good. 7 points given up. Pretty much killed the run. Killed the pass too, man. Von hot, 2 sacks. So I like it. Good start.
So as we go through the show, we're going to be looking at a fantasy impact for this team going into week 2. We have to talk about the Jerry Jeudy injury as you break down what those receiving core will do against the Jacksonville Jaguars this upcoming Sunday. But let's turn back a little bit. When you saw that clip of Von Miller talking to Teddy Bridgewater after the game, I imagine Broncos fans should be encouraged by not just what he did on the field. 28 of 36, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 500 Derrick Henry like stiff arms as he was throwing the ball, but also just being a leader out there on the field, and you really saw it play out there in their win on Sunday.
Definitely, man. That's a great compliment by Von, saying, just complimenting his leadership up until this point, man. Saying, he haven't seen that since 18 was here. The small speeches, getting guys ready to go, man. And as far as I know, Teddy, he's been known as a good leader and a person a quarterback who takes care of the football. He did both of those things on Sunday.
Speaking of Von Miller, I imagine as we're starting to award our weekly awards for Broncos, our Bronco of the week has to be Von Miller.
Gotta be Von, man. He came back, ain't played football in a minute, and he came out, he led, he looked great. Had the guys ready to go. 2 sacks on the day, a lot of pressure, played the run pretty good. Bronco of the week for sure, my dog Von Miller.
And obviously he's going to be a candidate to get it almost every week, particularly in week 2 when you look at who's going to be up at quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, again, we'll talk about that. One person who won't be on the field, though, Jerry Jeudy, high ankle sprain, 4 to 6 weeks. He should be out. What does that mean for the offense for the Broncos?
And well, they say 4 to 6 weeks, but I done dealt with one of these high ankle sprains before. He don't have to get no surgery, but they say 4 to 6. I say really 6 to 8 before you really get a full speed Jeudy back out there, man. That high ankle sprain ain't no joke. But luckily they got a lot of depth on their team, man. Patrick was on practice squad with the no-fly zone, and he used to give us hell in practice, man. Chris can attest to this. He used to get Lieb and Chris hell in practice, so I know what he can do. He going to step up. He scored a touchdown last week. He going to step up. Him and Sutton can hold it down. Hamler can hold it down until Jeudy get back. But I'll say a little longer than 4 to 6 weeks, man. It's hard to shake back that fast. But they got the guys who will step up.
Yeah, KJ Hamler had a solid performance as well. We saw Albert O, Noah Fant also catching passes as well. So it looks like they should be able to manage, particularly in week 2. And they're going to need that win because that AFC West is looking tough, and we'll talk about that in the next segment. But when we awarded the Bronco of the week, it seemed like Von Miller should get the award coming back from that injury. Seems to make the most sense. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater was a candidate as well. Also, if you go a little bit outside of the spectrum, Vic Fangio, maybe Pat Shurmur as well, candidates to also get Bronco of the week with their coaching and some of the techniques that they use, particularly being 3 of 3 on 4th down, and particularly just going for it on 4th down. Traditionally, the team hasn't been that aggressive to go for it on 4th down. What did you take from them being that aggressive?
Just the tone was, we got to get off to an early start in September, right? So you come to them 4th and 1s in key situations, and coaches going for it, man. That's just, he's setting the tone for the season. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to be out physical guys. So that's what they did on those plays, right? So I like it, man. That's how you set the tone. That's how you make the team believe in your message. If you say, we got to be aggressive, we need a quick start, and then you punting it in situations like that ain't really adding up, right? So the message is adding up with how they playing, how they calling the game, man. 3 great calls by them coaches.
I imagine there'll be some more great calls in week 2 against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos on the road again, back in the East Coast. We'll break down that matchup next. This is Call to the Booth.
Call to the Booth, brought to you by MANSCAPED. Now this here is the this the 4.0, you know what I'm saying? It's the best package you could get, right? You know what I'm saying? So in this package here, it come with, let me tell y'all what it come with. Come with a little deodorant. Now let me tell y'all something first of all. Listen guys, my ladies can attest to this. Guys, now if you got the same pubic hair below the waist that you had when you was 18, that's not right, fellas. That's not right. So listen, groom yourself. Your lady will appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Back to the pack. Now look, Manscaped, we got deodorant. You put this in your crevices, you know what I'm saying? Keep you fresh all day. You know? We got toner. Saying if you're a little dark down there, you want to lighten up, we got toner, you know?
I don't know if that's what the toner does.
Is that not what the toner does? I mean, what else is going to tone? No. We got the lawnmower. Everybody need a good lawnmower, man. Lawnmower. Take care of yourself. Your lady will appreciate it. Some guys got a lot of hair in their ear and their nose. Look, we got the weed whacker. Let me say we got the weed whacker. Handle your business. Manscaped, man, listen. #1 in the world when it comes to below the waist grooming. You know what I'm saying? Get you a pack, baby, today.
Lawnmower 4.0 and a bunch of Manscaped products, as Aqib has eloquently told you about. You can get them with 20% off and free shipping with our promo code BOOTH at manscaped.com. That's BOOTH as the promo code, 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Don't let anybody bother you about how much time you spend on your fantasy football team. You can just give them a gift from Manscaped and things will be smoothed out. Manscaped.com. BOOTH is the promo code. You know what to do. Back from injury and back to making an impact for the Denver Broncos, Von Miller with 2 sacks in the opener. Who knows what he's going to do against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 2. The Jaguars coming off that embarrassing loss, some would say, to the Houston Texans. Back here with Cole to the Booth, Harrison Sanford, Aqib Talib. We're going to look at Week 2, fantasy impact, a little scouting report, everything involving this matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. First and foremost, though, Aqib, getting a win was nice in Week 1, but they're going to need to get another win here because that AFC West, particularly after that Raiders win over the Ravens on Monday Night Football, is going to seem necessary to keep pace with the rest of the division.
Yeah, definitely. AFC West looking tough. You know, it's only 1 week, but, you know, good wins, man. You come out, the Raiders come out, they beat the Ravens. The Chargers come out, they beat Washington. Them good wins to put on your record. Chiefs come out, and they beat the Browns, right? So, big wins for everybody across the board. Not so much for the Broncos, but for everybody else. But you're going to have to keep pace in this AFC West, man. AFC West, NFC West. Two hot divisions, right? So you're going to definitely have to keep pace. So they know what time it is.
Ideal world for Broncos fans. The Broncos were playing in the NFC North, but that's, you can't control that. It would be a different game.
Can't control that part.
All right. Can't control that part for sure. All right. Looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think everybody thought they would win against the Texans. They did not. What are your concerns for the Broncos going into this matchup?
Well, I don't really have no concerns, Harrison. They should be able to run the ball. They should be able to throw the ball. So Trevor Lawrence threw 3 picks. He's going against another good defense, even better defense. So they should be able to get their hands on the football. Ain't no games in the NFL easy. But the Broncos should be able to go to Jacksonville, cover the spread, handle business fairly easy.
We'll get to that spread in just a moment. I want to do a little bit of fantasy football insight. Let's just say you had somebody like Ryan Fitzpatrick as your starting quarterback in fantasy football. One co-host might. Teddy Bridgewater, he's going to have to go against Jacksonville. Do you pick him up as a streamer? And if you pick him up as a streamer, you assume he's going to be a top 12 quarterback. So would you say he's a top 12 quarterback in Week 2? Just in Week 2, top 12.
I seen what Tyrod Taylor did. Tyrod Taylor was able to extend the pocket, man, make a bunch of throws, get his tight end involved. He went over the top to Brandon Cooks. Tyrod Taylor could do it. Why Teddy in this offense can't do it? So I don't really see a lot from Jacksonville defense. I think Week 2, Teddy he'll have a pretty solid week, man. So you know what, you said we're gonna talk about it a little later, but I might have Teddy on my list a little later.
Okay, yeah. For more fantasy football insight, make sure you listen to our Wednesday show on Call to the Booth. You'll have it there, and you'll also have it on Friday as well, as we do a little bit more fantasy football insight. Before we get out of here, Broncos on the East Coast again, 1 p.m. game Eastern. It started at 2.5 line. It is now up to 6. We got 30 seconds left. Give me your game pick.
Broncos, easy. I took it at 3 points. I don't know when it jumped to 6, but it's gonna keep jumping. It might jump again. So take them right now. Take the Broncos. They will go on the road and cover in Jacksonville.
Get your bets in now before it's too late, before it goes up to who knows how many numbers it would be. All right, we're going to get out of here. When we come back next week, we'll look ahead to week 3 as the Broncos finally get back home, and maybe they'll come back home 2-0. That's Aqib Talib. I'm Harrison Sanford. This is Call to the Booth right here on Altitude TV.